Let's start with a question. How does one of the world's most infamous drug lords break free from one of the most secure prisons in Mexico? The story of Joaquin El Chapo Guzman's escape is as incredible as it is shocking. It's a tale of planning, resources, and sheer audacity. El Chapo Guzman wasn't just any criminal. He was the leader of the Sinaloa cartel, one of the largest and most powerful drug trafficking organizations in the world. Over decades, he built an empire that moved billions of dollars worth of drugs and left a trail of violence in its wake. By the time of his arrest, El Chapo's name was infamous across the globe. His first major escape in 2001 had already cemented his reputation as someone who could slip through even the tightest security. But his second escape? That one was even more spectacular. In February 2014, El Chapo was recaptured and sent to the Altiplano maximum security prison in Mexico. This was no ordinary jail. It was considered one of the most secure facilities in the country. Guards monitored every corner with cameras, and inmates were subject to constant checks. For a high-profile prisoner like El Chapo, the security was even tighter. His cell had a single bed, a small toilet, and a shower. Cameras watched him 24/7. Every movement was recorded. With such tight surveillance, you might think an escape was impossible. But El Chapo saw it differently. El Chapo's escape began with a simple idea: dig a tunnel. But not just any tunnel. This one would stretch nearly a mile, starting from his prison cell and ending in a safe house outside the prison walls. To make it work, his team needed time, resources, and precision. Let's break it down step by step. El Chapo's organization was massive and loyal. He brought in top engineers who were experienced in building secret tunnels for smuggling drugs. These weren't amateurs. These were professionals who had created sophisticated underground systems before. The tunnel had to be exact. They needed to connect perfectly with the small shower area in El Chapo's cell. Why this shower? It was the only spot in his cell that wasn't covered by the security cameras. His team studied prison layouts and got detailed maps to ensure the tunnel's accuracy. Outside the prison, El Chapo's men bought land near the facility and set up a construction site. They disguised their activities as a legitimate business. Trucks, tools, and workers came and went without raising suspicion. Beneath the surface, though, the tunnel was taking shape. The finished tunnel was an engineering marvel. It was about 1.5 kilometers, roughly a mile, long and equipped with lighting, ventilation, and even a motorcycle on rails to transport materials and people. The walls were reinforced to prevent collapses. Digging such a tunnel would have been noisy and risky, but the team worked carefully to avoid detection. The tunnel's construction showcased the Sinaloa cartel's resources and planning abilities. From above ground, it would have been impossible to detect any signs of the operation. The sheer effort put into the project reflects El Chapo's determination to regain his freedom at any cost. On the night of July 11, 2015, everything was ready. Inside his cell, El Chapo waited for the signal. Around 8:52 p.m., he moved to the shower area and disappeared from the camera's view. Beneath the shower, a small hole led directly into the tunnel. He climbed down, got onto the makeshift rail system, and rode out of the prison. Outside, his team was waiting with vehicles to take him to safety. By the time prison guards noticed he was missing, El Chapo was long gone. A massive manhunt followed, but the drug lord had vanished into the shadows once again. As news of the escape broke, it sent shockwaves around the world. How could such a secure prison fail to prevent this? The answer was as troubling as the escape itself. It's natural to wonder, how could such a well-guarded prison let this happen? The answer lies in corruption, planning, and possibly some luck. Investigators later found evidence that El Chapo's team had inside help. Guards and officials were likely bribed to turn a blind eye or provide information. Without this assistance, pulling off such a daring escape would have been nearly impossible. Reports revealed that months of meticulous planning went into bribing key personnel and gathering intelligence. Corruption in Mexican prisons was nothing new, but this escape highlighted how deeply it could undermine security systems. The event also raised questions about accountability and the effectiveness of prison management. El Chapo's escape was a huge embarrassment for the Mexican government. It showed the world how corruption and organized crime could undermine even the most secure systems. For months, authorities searched for him. Finally, in January 2016, they captured him again after a dramatic raid in Las Mochas, Sinaloa. This time, the Mexican government didn't take any chances. El Chapo was extradited to the United States, where he now serves a life sentence in a high-security prison. His extradition marked the end of his reign as a free man. In the U.S., he was tried and convicted for a wide range of crimes. His escape, however, remains a powerful reminder of the Sinaloa cartel's reach and influence. El Chapo's prison break isn't just a story of crime, it's a lesson in human ingenuity, determination, and the lengths people will go to achieve their goals, even if those goals are illegal. The escape also highlights the challenges governments face in combating organized crime. High-tech security means little if corruption and inside help are involved. The story also serves as a wake-up call for global law enforcement agencies. It demonstrates the importance of addressing corruption at every level and investing in oversight mechanisms to prevent similar incidents in the future. So, what would you do if you were in charge of preventing such escapes? Could better technology help? Or is the real answer about tackling corruption at its roots? El Chapo's story leaves us with many questions about crime, justice, and how to secure the world's most dangerous individuals. El Chapo's escape is a reminder that even the most secure systems are vulnerable to human flaws, whether it's corruption, negligence, or sheer determination. History has shown time and again that nothing is truly foolproof. And if you found this story as fascinating as we do, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more intriguing true crime tales.